we're gonna do what if Deku had another half and half, but it's gonna be one's gonna be based off of a true story. It's gonna be off of what if Deku had a half darkness, half lightning quirk. And now, most of this what if part will be probably just explaining the intricacy of this ability. Okay, so, which in theory, one, he can move the abilities to different sides, all right? It depends on the time of the day, okay? If it's during the peak of where it's night and daytime, he's able to use both abilities in tandem, no problems at all, okay? If it is in the daytime, his lightning ability will be on most of the time it will be on his right side, all right? So most of the time I'll just be like his lightning side or his darkness side. So it will be on his right side, give or take. If it's night, it will switch over to where it's on his, right side. He's able to use darkness or whatever it is he's able to use it on either side. It will just be more predominantly on the other side, right? But that's also going to be one of his tactics too, because niggas are like, oh, he can only do this on this side, so I'm gonna attack this side. He's like, stupid. Now with the darkness side, he's able to basically cancel out photons and manipulate photons to the point where it's actual darkness. For photons is the energy of light. This is why you're able to see light. And if you've ever seen light or whatever, or when you open up the oven, you see how those waves is kind of emitting small doses of light, similar to something like that. So, he's able to cancel that out and manipulate photons in such a way to where it produces darkness. And since his body's alchemy is a little bit different, he's also able to make those dark, dark things into objects, and he's also able to perceive things that's a lot darker in nature. Now, how darkness works is it's gonna be darkness feeds off of emotion. Negative emotions are a lot more thicker, and it's a lot more how do I put it, more potent, right? But if you get an abundance of love and care, that can potentially beat it out, but it's not as thick. Love and care and positive emotions are a lot thinner compared to a little bit of darkness. This is why one potato can ruin the whole batch of potatoes. All right. Now onto the lightning side. This lightning is not just any ordinary lightning, it's white lightning, okay? So this white lightning is strong in its nature itself. It is just power, okay? When it's predominantly day, his whole persona changes, and he's all about exuding massive doses of power. Now he has half and half, but sometimes he'll just go full body with lightning or darkness depending on the situation. But at all times he's able to use either one. It's just during the day his lightning is more powerful, and then during the night his darkness is more powerful. And then during the peak of night and day, like when those cross spaces throughout the day, his both of his abilities are equally as powerful. No, not equally as powerful. They both get that dramatic power boost. Okay, so the second Deku has this quirk. Him and Bakugo hit it off excellently because they both have some really strong quirks. And him and Bakugo would fight and train and hang out per usual and non-sexually. And train and fight per usual, but Bakugo would never really beat this nigga. I mean, let's be realistic. Now, Deku realizes that, his lightning's pretty good. It helps him have good hand-to-hand coordination, while his darkness is also pretty good. But it messes with his mental a lot. Because when it's daytime, Deku's all about power, complete destruction. Not in the sense of evil, but just the way he thinks. And then during the night, it's a 50-50, which he could either be the calmest, slowest, sneakiest being ever, or it's all about consumption, spread the world into darkness. So with this being said, your boy Deku has to meditate on the daily and also do a lot of Tai Chi and a lot of martial arts training to keep his mental in check, or just keep it, centered for as long as possible, okay? So that's going to be why Deku does a lot of physical training to keep that in balance, because he needs a mental mind and body connection to keep, his shit straight and like to be good, to be healthy. Okay. Him and Bakugo doesn't. He's not nearly as cocky. Okay. He is, but isn't. Because he sees how strong Deku is. And I say Bakugo wouldn't insult him with the nickname, so it'd probably be like, when Deku uses his lightning side, he mimics more of a dragon. So Bakugo would call him the gray dragon. I'll figure out what that is in like Japanese, but the reason I'm gonna say he's a gray dragon is because when you think about darkness, you think about black pitch, damn dyslexia, and since he's always talking about a dragon when he's using his white lightning, you mix those colors together, boom, you got it. Okay, so whatever gray dragon is in Japanese, that's what your boy Deku gets called, and that's what his name is pretty much. So yeah, there's always training and stuff. So when the entrance exam comes into play, Bakugo and Deku, they're dumb hype. They're ready for it. Bakugo's like, of course, me and the Great Dragon, we're the only ones. We're the only ones. And he's like, Bakugo, stop stroking. You're gonna break something. He's like, what? What did you say? You want to go again? I'm gonna beat you this time. He said, come on, man. You haven't beat me once since we started fighting, since we were kids. He said, that means nothing. You cheating. It's not my fault you cheated and you have 2 quirks. Wait, y'all hear that? It sounds like an excuse. Everyone starts laughing. Bakugo, Deku. He says, no. Shadow parade. And then it's like multiple shadows pulls up and like one's got Bakugo in the head, like another one's got this dude's arm. And basically it's like a whole bunch of little shadow people that just grab this dude. He's like, come on, man. We in a classroom that's dark, man. Come on. And if I'm so pleased, he points over to the blinds. Dog, I just let a little sunshine in and I'm cooling, dog. With his right hand sparking with lightning. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bakugo, a hook. Looking dumb goofy. But after all of that, who gets one for all, guys? Like, that's a really good question. Who gets one for all? Because I know who gets one for all. But y'all might have a better idea. So we're gonna go. They do the little entrance exam, right? You hear me? They do that bad boy and shit, and they go stupid, go crazy, and just start jigging with the sus. Cause they doing it. Deku doesn't fall because he has no reason to, and they ride in deep. So basically, Bakugos won't be surprised when Deku goes stupid. The shit starts, and he's like, all right, no, we not playing none of this. He says, pitch black. And then immediately, like a fucking black ball of like darkness just surrounds most of the area. So most people can't even see, and they're like, what's going on? And Deku's able to feed off of people's fear and stuff, right? Not just their fear, he's able to feed off their emotion. But since most of the time people are scared and stuff like that, he just absorbs this energy and converts it into positive energy. And then he's able to expand the darkness even further. And he just instantly snipes all the robots that's needed. And then he's like, all right. And then he puts his hand back and then sits down. And he's like, yep, I do things. I'm the realest out here. Everyone's confused seeing robots dead with shadows. They're like, did that one kid behind us do that? What's his quirk? They say, no time. We gotta go. And then they just all start bugging. Trying to get points desperately. And then everyone's doing what they're doing. And Deku's just sitting there meditating. Floating ever so slightly. Real nigga status. Real nigga. Wait a minute. He fills the ground with his lightning side. I sense some buffoonery. And he also hears, no, help, help, help. He looks over, sees Uraraka, and he's like, damn, she look kind of good. Wait, hold up. Oh, hell no. Dude speeds over, right? He like slithers over because like he's using some of his darkness, right? And like he's slithering in, he's going through other people's shadows and stuff. This is why it's working so easily. He slithers over to where Uraraka's at, and he's like, He's like, hey. He like grabs her, uses his shadows to basically like mold her over onto his back. He's like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry. He jumps up into the air. He said, you might want to close your eyes for this part. And he's like, he gets all of that quality sun in on some Superman flow. Sun. Yeah. All right. Now that we got that in. White lightning dragon. It's almost like a dragon appears for like a brief moment, bro. And all you see is just like a giant dragon mouth, okay? And so that dragon mouth appears. The 0 Point robot comes out. Everyone starts running, but as fast as it appears, he gets eviscerated. He says, now die. Robots into chunks. Bite-sized metal pieces. And then Deku's just like, yeah, I did things. And he just walks off. And like he basically like almost like leaves instantly after, dropping Uraraka off. And then all you hear is time. And that's pretty much the end of this video. Guys, don't forget to like. Don't forget to go to my Twitch. Please, we need to get more people down on that Twitch side. Let's get it.